Hey, it's Ebriosus. How are you? I just wanted to make a video on a few entries from the Touhou Game Jam that happened several weeks ago on itch.io. This isn't going to be some review of the games, I only want to give some quick thoughts. Since I hate recording my voice, especially live, I decided to just put some voiceover on gameplay snippets that I recorded. I didn't play all the games. These are just the first few I quickly grabbed from the top of the Game Jam's submission page. This first game is called Lost Children. The level design kinda reminds me of Binding of Isaac. The game randomly picks a screen pattern and applies it to all of the areas of the game before the game actually starts. You get to play either as Chiruno, Rumia, or Chen. They each have their own unique attacks. Chiruno can shoot fast-traveling snow straight ahead, Rumia can fire slow-moving black rings that seek enemies, and Chen can do a short-range scratch attack. It's too bad though that they all share the same HP pool. Their attacks can also clear out certain obstacles, so for example, Chen can clear out tall grass with her scratch attack. There are also other characters that you can meet in the game. So there's Tewi, the little rabbit girl whose function I forgot. There's Reisen, the taller rabbit girl. She can heal you. She can sometimes spawn in more than one place, which is a nice thing. There's Moko, the girl with the white hair. She can tell you which direction one of your player characters is. And there's Yukari's Gap, her schema, that squiggly black thing with eyes. But it's not actually her though. It has a couple of bugs. For example, like the schema, Yukari's Gap, doesn't appear anywhere, and then you're left stuck in the game. Moko gives you like inaccurate information, so she gives you like a direction that's impossible. And as far as design goes, some enemies or obstacles like spawn right in front of the area entrance, so once you enter, you're so close to the enemy or obstacle that does damage to you that any movement will actually hurt you. This next game is called Hakure Hack and Slash. It's a top-down adventure-like game, and you have to fight different enemies in 2 different shrines. It's actually more of a weird mix of bullet hell and Zelda-like game. The enemies shoot a ton of bullets like in other Touhou games, but I couldn't immediately figure out which projectiles were actually hitting me for some reason. You play as Reimu, and you use the Rokanken that Yomu gives you. I'm not sure why she gives you the Rokanken though, but not the Hokuroken. Maybe she also needs something to defend herself with. You have to defeat Yuyuko, who is the boss. Unfortunately, the developer didn't finish in time, and the game ends after you first talk to her. And also, it's odd that Yomu's fighting against Yuyuko. There are a couple of cameos, like talking to Chiruno or interacting with sleeping Marisa. The developer admits that he or she never heard of Touhou before, and just learned a bit about it when making the jam entry. This explains why Yomu's fighting Yuyuko. This one's called Lost in a Dream. Here you control her with the W, A, S, and D keys, while aiming and firing spell cards with the mouse. The game is pretty straightforward. Avoid enemy bullets or kill the enemies, and use Yukari's Tsukimas to teleport around the level. There are a few yin-yang orbs that you can fire at to make them move. It can destroy certain blocks and kill enemies. At the end, you first think you found Mima, but it's actually a different yokai. Sorry, I don't know her name. The last installment I'm familiar with is 13. This one is called Lost Library. It's an interactive fiction game, or a text adventure game, pick your poison. You know, I've always found it odd that people would use something as powerful as Unity 3D to make an interactive fiction game, when there's more appropriate tools like Inform 7 or Twine. Just seems way overkill, you know? I think you're playing as Remelia, since it seems like you're in the Scarlet Devil Mansion, according to most of the descriptions in the game. I will have to say that the parser is quite limited. It doesn't understand common commands found in most other interactive fiction games, like examine or INV for inventory. I also have to type go then whatever direction, instead of just typing the direction or just its first letter. For some reason, some of the rooms seem to have the same description of other rooms. It's an interesting game though. I've only seen a couple of interactive fiction games done in something like Unity. Next is a game called Sunny Milk's Quest to Find the Fairies. It's one of those really hard platformer style games, like I Wanna Be the Guy or Showbon Action. If it weren't for the not so good collision boxes and flimsy controls, I may have actually really liked this game. There are a couple of bugs though, like an acorn not killing you if it stops moving, but will kill you if it starts moving again, like if you nudged it or something. The third level has some unusual amount of lag for some reason. I think there are too many things spawning, or that the developer forgot to destroy the bullets if they're out of bounds. The last game is called Stray Souls in Wonderland. It's a pleasant enough looking 3D platformer game, and you play as cute creature versions of Reimu and other characters. I didn't get too far in the game. I was only able to play as Reimu or Sakuya. Reimu can shoot projectiles, and they can change the game music if you hit those shrine donation boxes. Sakuya can slow down time and slow the movement of those moving platforms. There are a couple of bugs, like getting trapped between scenery and being able to squeeze through the trees and reach out of bound areas. So that's it for my quick look at some of the Touhou Jam games. If you want to try out some of these games, just go to Google and type in itch Touhou Jam. The first result should bring you to the Jam's itch.io page. Till next time guys,